So I remember when I worked in the auto industry, the statistics we always had was that only 3% of people were actively shopping for a car right now or were going to buy within the next 90 days. That's what kind of was right now. So in other words, 97% of people were not shopping for a car, though most of them are going to buy a car at some point. Some, right? Some people might be a year, two, 10 years down the road. Um, and historically, right, it's not a big problem for a dealership is that they have pretty big advertising budgets for the local markets compared to the local markets they operate in. So they're doing everything from sponsoring, the local little league team to running TV ads on the news every night. So you may not be ready to buy a car right now, but don't worry, you're going to remember some of them. That one, maybe you drive by it every day when you are getting in the market to buy. Right, same concept that the personal injury lawyers, right, the ones on the billboards. There's several of them in this market here. It's like they're on every billboard. Oh my gosh, and on every commercial. It seems like is for a different personal injury firm. But again, the same ideas. They want to be the first person you call, so that you call them first if something happens, so that they can cherry pick the best cases. Well, thing is, for us little consultants, we can understand that strategy, but we certainly can't compete with that. We don't have that kind of budget. But what I've noticed is that there's still value in consistently showing up, right? Not on TV, not on billboards, but where your community might be. So for me, that's posting on LinkedIn, and for you, that could be YouTube or Facebook. Maybe you like dancing on TikTok. I don't judge, but there's certainly value in building that audience now and kind of showing up in front of people who aren't buying today. They may not be buying anything for a while, but after time, as they've seen you over and over because you've been showing up in their feed. So at 6 months, maybe a year from now, you're the obvious first choice for them to call. And guess what? When they do that, they're so much more likely. They've seen you so long that they know, like, and trust you. So they're not asking for 30 references and need 12 layers of written guarantees and stuff. They trust you. So it lets you kind of make that selling process much faster.